Hello everybody, my name is Rafay and I am your friendly computer technician. I am going to show you today some little secrets, you might call it, to help speed up your computer and clean it so that if there's any infections or slowness affecting performance, this will help make things run a lot better. This applies to a Windows computer. This particular computer is Windows 7. You can find out what version of Windows you have by clicking on your Start button. If you have the older Windows XP, it'll say Start in the corner down here. Windows Vista or Windows 7 just have this kind of symbol here. So click on it, then go to where it says Computer, right click on Computer, go to Properties, and generally where it says Windows Edition, you'll see what kind of Windows you have. So this is a Windows 7, and another important piece of information to find out while you're here is whether you have a 64-bit or 32-bit operating system. So take a look at that and keep that in mind for future reference. Alright, so the first handy little program that you're going to want is this one here, Malwarebytes. Now, the easiest way to get Malwarebytes is basically you can get it on the web for free. If you go to Google and just type in Malwarebytes, okay, you can go to this. Oops, what was that? You can go to this link here for Malwarebytes on CNET, or if you go to their website here, it'll actually just direct you to the CNET website. So if you go to CNET and click on the Download Now button, you will then be directed to the download. Now I'm using Google Chrome here as my browser, so you'll notice in the bottom left here of the browser the download taking place. If you use Firefox or Internet Explorer, the download looks a little different, but the program does get downloaded. Once it's downloaded, go ahead and click on it. Even though I have it already installed, I'm going to just run it because mine might be a little bit outdated. So I'm going to download it so that I can update it and show you through the process. I'm going to actually close down this browser to keep things clean and simple. So we're going to be installing this version of Malwarebytes. Go ahead and click Next here. I accept. Next. Okay, next again. Next again. Next. Okay, that's all set. Next. Install. And now the program is installing. We want to leave these two checked. Click on Finish. Okay, this is the update for Malwarebytes. Okay, there is an update, so click OK. And we get to the main screen here. Now sometimes when you're installing Malwarebytes, there's a third check box, if you remember a few seconds ago, which was one of them was an option to install the trial of the Pro version. I always uncheck that because that's a paid version of this program, and that'll keep prompting you to buy it. So I just uncheck it so it never prompts. So here we are. Now if you already got this installed, go to the Update tab and click on Check for Updates, and it'll download any new updates. Since this is a new install, when we just updated, we're good to go. Alright, we're going to go back to the scanner, and really this is the only tab I use, that and the update one. And you want to leave it on the quick scan and go ahead and hit scan. And basically this will scan your computer now on certain key areas where infections get. I'm not sure if I'll get any infections in this computer. I haven't run a scan in a few, maybe a couple of weeks. But with other things that happen on this computer here, I wouldn't be surprised if we find something. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording for now. We'll come back to this when it's done. Alright, see you in a minute. We're back, and Malwarebytes is done. Now in this case, Malwarebytes popped up with a notepad log of what it found, and basically it didn't find any infections on my computer. And you'll see that it says the scan completed successfully, no malicious items were detected. However, if there were any infections, basically in this part of the screen, you would see a button to show you what it found. So you would click on it, and then you would see a list of any infections. And when you see that, there's usually little check boxes next to each one, and you want to go through the list, make sure that everything is checked off, and even if you right click on one of those boxes, there's an option to select all. So once you select all, then there'll be this button turns into remove infected, remove infections. I'll go ahead and click that. Sometimes there's also a message to restart the computer to complete the removal of the infections, and basically at that point you are pretty much cleaned up. So that is Malwarebytes. Basically this is a very powerful tool to remove infections. A lot of infections out there are cleaned with Malwarebytes. A lot of the fake antiviruses, and there's actually an FBI virus going around right now. This is a very powerful tool to remove that ransomware. Now ideally what you want to do is run this Malwarebytes in what's called safe mode. So safe mode, I can't record it using this software that I'm using. It's something that you have to hit when the computer is starting up. You have to hit the F8 key on your keyboard, and you'll see basically when your computer starts up, whether you have a Dell or an HP, you'll see that initial BIOS screen or flash screen, splash page of the model of your computer, and then it kind of goes dark for a few seconds, and then you see the Microsoft logo. So when the screen goes black for those few seconds, that's when you want to hit the F8 key on your keyboard, and then you'll get an option to go into safe mode. One of those options is safe mode with networking. I always go into that. That way if I need to download Malwarebytes on a computer that doesn't have it, I can usually do that, and that usually also bypasses any kind of a virus that's preventing you from being able to use your computer, such as that FBI ransomware virus. Alright, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them, and I'll try to help you out. Now there will be some additional videos on other things that you can do to clean up your computer, so hope you look for those, and thanks for watching. Alright, take care.